I recently had the unexpected pleasure of being invited by Prime Video to a truly enchanting evening in New York City. It was the finale event for season 2 of The Rings of Power. It was a magical night that I will cherish forever, and I hope you not only enjoy the end of the season, but also the following interviews that I was lucky enough to have with some of the cast.
What advice? Sorry. What advice do you have for people who want to channel their inner queen?
Ooh, my goodness. You know, I feel like any advice that I would have, I would be sort of giving myself that same advice. Like it's really fascinating to play a character that you admire as being much braver than yourself. Like I don't think that I could do the things that Midiel has done, but I get to do them through her. So obviously it's about sort of having self-belief, it's about having inner strength, channeling your inner strength in some of your most difficult and trying times, and trusting that you have that there for yourself. But I've got to regularly remind myself, so it's not easy to give that advice or even believe it sometimes. But you know, tap into your inner Midiel. That's what I would say. Just try to find her. She's there.
Beautiful. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Hello everyone. Hello. How are we going? Well,
What advice would you give someone wanting to channel the charisma of Anatar?
don't think about it. Yeah, because I think if you start thinking about that kind of stuff, you could go mad.
So just let it flow.
Just let it flow. Just let it happen. Give yourself some kind of an intention or a purpose, and then it'll just happen through your will to have your way, which is very South.
Yeah, that is. Thank you.
Hello. Hi, how are you?
Good, how are you?
Hello.
What advice do you have for people who want to channel their inner elven king?
Slow and steady wins the race, man. If you're gonna live forever, just pace yourself. It's a rush to judgment. You know, you're gonna end up like Galadriel, where you're just, misjudging everyone's character. Be more like the king. Just take your time. How about that?
That's perfect.
Sorry, Miv.
Could I ask you a question?
Right.
Yeah. What were some of the influences behind the costume designs? Were there real world influences? Because I feel like I'm detecting a Mediterranean influence for Numenor.
Mediterranean in terms of climate, maybe. The reference is really art based, and most of my research was done in museums, and it was mostly art or painting, and depending on the cultures, we went to Byzantine, medieval, Renaissance, Baroque, and even Art Nouveau, Art Deco were very important.
So very much drawn from classical sources.
Mostly, classical art for the most part, and also artifacts in museums. And then obviously inspiration coming from the heart, from the mind, or whatever strikes you, or whatever you wake up with. That specific day, and you put it down on paper and you make it down. So it can be really from a million different sources.
It's absolutely stunning. The costumes speak for themselves, and they bring so much gravity and sense of place to the different cultures. So thank you for your beautiful vision.
My pleasure.
Thank you. It's nice to meet you.
Likewise.
Hi.
Hey, how are you?
Good. What advice do you have for someone who wants to channel their inner elf?
I mean, you gotta stand up straight. You gotta smolder a little bit. But truly, I mean, I think the elves are about being specific and being essential and being truly observing and being efficient and economical. Like your specificity in what you do. It's not just like blurting out. So I think that just like listen more. I think it's an Elven thing.
Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
See you guys.
It was also really magical to see not only so many of my fellow Tolkien fans, but also content creators. Thank you so much to Prime Video, to the cast, and to everyone who made this wonderful event possible. And thank you, dear viewer, for watching. I'll see you again soon, right here, on Happy Hobbit. Often filmed from my garden, while weather permits.